This video will show you how to set up 2 automations in the iPhone Shortcuts app which will meaningfully reduce your daily screen time. I am a practicing lawyer and have used these automations to decrease my daily screen time from over 4 hours to around 2 hours. The first automation makes your screen black and white at locations you specify, such as at work or at home. This makes your phone much less interesting to look at and as a result will reduce how much time you spend mindlessly scrolling. The second automation prevents you from opening particular apps when at locations you specify. For example, it can stop you from opening Instagram when you're at work. It should be noted at the outset that running these automations can be slow or buggy on older iPhones. There are 3 steps for setting up the first automation and 2 for setting up the second. Step 1 is the same for both automations, so you only need to do this once. Now we'll show you the steps to set up these automations, starting with automation number 1, which makes your phone black and white at specified locations. The first step is to set up a new focus. Open Settings, navigate to Focus. Click the plus button in the top right corner to create a new focus. You can name this focus whatever you want, however the steps for automation number 2 will be slightly different if you name your new focus something other than black and white. Select Silence Notifications from, but don't select any notifications to be silenced. Turn on Smart Activation and then select Add Schedule and input the locations where you want the automation to activate. I have mine activate when at work and at home. Now on to step 2. Open the Shortcuts app on your iPhone. Select the Automation tab located at the bottom of your screen in the middle. Click the plus button on the top right of your screen. Select Create Personal Automation. Select the focus you created in step 1. In this case it is the focus called black and white. Select When Turning On. Search for Set Zoom and select. Make sure this action is set to Turn Zoom On. You can click on the blue text to modify as need be. Turn off Ask Before Running. Click Done in the top right corner. Now we need to create the same automation but to turn zoom off when your focus is turned off. This is very similar to the steps we have just shown you. Open the Shortcuts app on your iPhone. Select the Automation tab, click the plus button on the top right of your screen. Select Create Personal Automation. Select the focus you created in step 1. Select When Turning Off and make sure to unselect When Turning On. Search for Set Zoom and select. Make sure this action is set to Turn Zoom Off. Click on the blue text to modify as necessary. Turn off Ask Before Running. Click Done in the top right corner. Now on to step 3, adjusting the zoom settings. Go to the Settings app and search for Accessibility. Select Zoom. Make sure Zoom region is set to Full Screen Zoom. Make sure Zoom filter is set to Grayscale. Turn Zoom on. Go to your lock screen and triple tap with 3 fingers. This will bring up the zoom controller. Using the slider, adjust the zoom to the lowest zoom where the top of the controller still shows Zoom Out. If you don't do this, the screen will be zoomed in every time the automation activates. Tap anywhere on the screen to exit Zoom controller. You've now set up automation number 1. Let's move on to setting up automation 2, which blocks apps. Step 1 is to set up a focus. If you have already done this for automation number 1, you can move on to step 2. Step 2. Open the Shortcuts app on your iPhone. Select the Automation tab, click the plus button on the top right of your screen. Select Create Personal Automation. Select App and then make sure Is Opened is selected. Click the blue text that says Choose. Now select the apps that you want to block, for example, Instagram. Once you have selected all the apps you want to block, click Done. Click Next. Using the search bar, search for Get Current Focus and select. Click If. Click the blue text that says Current Focus. Select Name at the bottom of the screen. Click the blue text that says Condition and select Contains and enter the name of the focus you previously created. Using the search bar, search for Go to Home Screen and select. Now click and drag the Go to Home Screen action so that it is directly below the box that says If Name Contains. Click Next in the top right. Turn off Ask before running. Click Done in the top right. And now you're all done. Should be noted that if for whatever reason you need to quickly turn the black and white filter or app blocker on or off, you can do this through Control Center as shown. Please note, you can only have one focus activated at a time. Accordingly, if you have another focus scheduled, for example, Do Not Disturb at night time, you may need to set up another automation which turns Zoom on when Do Not Disturb is turned on. Let's talk about some other tips that might help reduce your screen time. Tip 1. Delete Instagram and Facebook from your phone and instead access them on your phone using Safari. This will help you to not spend as long scrolling and will allow you to use an app called BlockKit. BlockKit allows you to remove certain parts of social media websites such as your newsfeed or explore page. For me, I would say that only accessing social media via Safari and using BlockKit has helped reduce my screen time just as much, if not more, than the automations discussed in this video. Tip 2. If you find yourself scrolling Snapchat, discover just delete Snapchat. It's not worth it. Tip 3. If you don't delete social media apps from your phone, you may wish to use an app called OneSec. This will complement the automations we have discussed in this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions and share this video with a friend if you think it would help them.